Oh, Nelly. Come on, buddy. All right. Look at that, folks. What a way to start our day. Throwing a little Zoom fluke. Lake Pleasant. Today, we're gonna have a lot of fun. We're fishing Lake Pleasant, man. I'm excited. It's clear water. Might be able to find some bedfish. You know I love doing that. And then of course, early in the morning, one of the fun things to do is pick up a soft jerkbait, and you can get out here and have a little fun. Got him. I got him. I got him. Come on, baby. That was fun. Oh, that cat and mouse game is so much fun. Oh, come on. Oh. Whew. Folks, that's on that Arizona Custom Baits. Believe it or not, that's a drop shot shad. Look at that. Nice looking male bass. We'll let him go. That's a lot of fun. You know, I just happened to be going through after playing around a little bit and seeing that there was a few fish on a bed. It's that time of year. We haven't really moved from the first spot where we caught the first fish, but I happened to see a few fish sitting down there. I'm like, hey, let's have some fun. This little bait I threw on a shaky head, okay? And what's really cool about that, and I put a little chartreuse dip on it, on the tail so I can see it, but it's fun to watch this thing fall to the bottom and it sits up like that, and that little tail just, I mean, really wiggles. So you let it sit down there and just kind of give it light little twitches, trying to keep the bait down there on the bottom in the same spot, letting that tail flip like that. Oh my goodness, he crushed it. It was fun to watch him go after it. But this is a lot of fun to throw this little bait right here. You can drop shot it, obviously, but I'll tell you what, they did a really good job with the colors on this particular bait. But for me to be able to see it real good down there, I have to put that little chartreuse tip tail on there. And of course, that doesn't hurt for the bass either. You know, just throw that on a little spinning outfit, and you'll have a lot of fun with that with a little shaky head. The cool thing about this, it's amazing how many fish you can find just by putting your power poles down. Power poles are almost a must this time of year in this real shallow water. I mean, we're in 2-3 foot of water. You definitely want to have them on. But this is the time of year it makes it a lot of fun. You get to go hunting, have a little fun. Make sure you release these fish. But man, I'll tell you, that gets your juices flowing when you see the fish coming right after it and you know he's gonna hit it. He just flares on it and grabs it. Now, a couple other things. You know, while I'm out here fishing and I'm looking around, you know, we were throwing the fluke around a little bit, but it's awful big, and I'm getting a few more chasers on this. And Arizona Custom Baits makes this particular bait too, and in a white. I love it. That twitch shad, it is awesome. And it's got a great fall to it. This particular bait, when you twitch it, it has a great erratic action to it, but when it falls, because of that V-tail, the way it's made and everything, it'll fall straight down just like this. And with the little ribs in it, moves a little bit of water, so it's awesome as it's falling. The little ripple on it. I love it. This is a cool bait made by Arizona Custom Baits as well, but I'll take it out there, I'll just throw it on a 3/0 hook, and as it falls a little bit, I'll just pop, just like that. This time of year, you want to move it slow. And just kind of, when they're on beds this time of year, it's not like they're gonna go chase a lot of stuff. What you're trying to do is get it right there in the area they don't want it, and they just hammer it. It'll fall right in front of them. It looks like an easy prey. You know, they're pushing carp away, they're pushing the gizzard shad away. And so when this comes through, oh, they just crush it. It's a lot of fun. So, you know, I'll take this down while I'm looking, and I'll just kind of throw it out in front of me. And then when I see something, I'll stop. and play, but sometimes we'll get some good bites off this kind of stuff too. Oh, got it. He hit that one though, that twitch shad. Come on, son. That one nailed that twitch shad. Get up in here. He ate that thing. He tried eating at that thing. Look at that. The way this thing acts. Look at that. That's the fun thing about this time of year. He tore that thing up too. I'll have to put another one on. But that little dude right there gets it done. It's soft. Boy, when they grab it, boy, you got them. I don't care where that hook's buried, but that's incredible how he tore that thing up. But what a great little bait. I'm gonna tie another one on. Oop, we're getting in the trees. You know, you can cover some water with this to try to find some fish while you're looking, and you get a little bit of breeze like this, all it's gonna do is help that twitch shad, you know? But you have to kind of throw that little dude on a spinning outfit because it's so light. But wow, it's got natural action to it. It's really awesome. One thing that's very important to remember when you're out doing this kind of fishing early in the spring, you wanna move pretty slow. You don't want to go real fast, otherwise you miss a lot. You miss so much. I've seen a lot of fishermen that are in a hurry and put their trolling motor on high going down the bank, and you're going to miss a lot of fish doing that. It's fun to go down and try to spot the big giant ones, but there's been times where I've put my power poles down to fish for a fish, and you just start looking around and you start to see things you didn't see, and you see another one over there, another one over there, and like we did in that cut back over there, you catch 3 or 4 of them out of there, you know. So you definitely want to move slow, even when you're doing this type of fishing. All I'm doing right now is, you know that they're going to use the cover for their beds, all that stuff, so all I'm trying to do is get around the brush, you know. Yeah, that's how you do that right there, folks. I couldn't mess around with him. I had to get him in. Look at that fish. Right over that bush. Now, let me tell you something. That was fun. A little spooky. That's on the Arizona Custom Baits craw right there. My favorite flapper craw right there. I had to pull out the big guns. Look at that. Beautiful fish. We'll let it go real quick. That. When I came up in this little cut, I had that fish follow out my little twitch fish there. And I'm like, hey, that looked like a pretty good sized fish. So I kind of eased up in. 2 things. Number 1, when you get in stuff like this and you're throwing over trees and things like that, and you've got some big fish, you might as well put the spinning tackle out and pull out the big stuff, you know? So when I saw the size of the fish that I was dealing with, I sized him up, saw about where he was, and I knew that when I set the hook on that fish, I had to get him out of there quick, otherwise he's gonna wrap me up in all this tree. It's the only way I could get back in here without spooking him. I'm behind the tree. I couldn't get up any closer to put my power poles down because it's too deep here. So I had to position my boat, put the power poles down, and just be real silent and calm for a second, and throw it up in there. He did not like it. And I'll tell you, I had to retie and everything. I'm like, oh, I got to bring out the big tackle there for that one. But anytime you get in a situation like that, I know that we all kind of get caught up in throwing certain things and catching fish on them, and you're all excited about that, but that fish there needed a little bit bigger tackle on it. You know, 17-pound, 20-pound test line you throw in there. That way you can get him out, you know, with a big heavy stick, you know. The white ACB craw. I love this thing. And one of the reasons I love it so much, you've seen me use it quite a bit on beds and things like that, but it's those flappers. Now, a lot of companies make craws that look like real crawdad pinchers. This is nothing like that. This thing stands up in the water, and those little flappers, when you twitch the bait, they'll shimmer. All you do is, when it's sitting there, is just give it a couple quick little pops without trying to move it. So you're moving the bait maybe, I don't know, 1/4 of an inch or something like that, but when you pop it real hard, those flappers come down and then up. And boy, when they come down and up like that, that fish just flares on it and grabs it. Didn't take us long to catch him, but definitely had to switch to the big tackle to get him. You also want to use a big 3/8 ounce weight. At least 3/8 ounce, sometimes I'll go to 1/2 ounce because I want that bait to follow directly where I threw it. I want it down there. I don't want it spiraling down. I don't want it taking its time. I want it down there. The other ticket is I use a bobber stop. Okay, you can see I have the bobber stop there to keep the weight pegged to the bait. Now, one of the other tricks, and I've said this before, when you're using tungsten, look what I got underneath there, okay? So I put another bobber stop on there. That way that tungsten's not pounding on that knot. Because a lot of times when you're getting hung up in little pebbled rock and things like that, and you're shaking your bait, when you find yourself breaking off and stuff, a lot of times it's right around the knot because your weight is just beating up on your knot. So you want to make sure you put a little bobber stop underneath that too, slide it all the way down, and you got a good rig. Okay, and then just a good 3/0 wide gap hook so you can get a good stick on them. So all that put together worked out great, you know, it was awesome. So that was the ticket for that fish. We'll go down the bank, and hence the reason I guess we got a lot of rods on the deck right now. I'm kind of throwing a little bit of everything, but maybe we can find another big fish like that. Let's see what we can't do. I'm gonna go back to my twitch fish and just kind of keep looking around. We'll catch one off that possibly and just keep working my way around. Oh, I got him. He came up and got that bait. See if I can save it. Get on in here, son. He came up and blasted that bait. Like I said, you just take your time, go through with that little twitch fish, and see you, bud. It's when you least expect it too, because you'll be throwing this thing, twitching it real slow, not paying attention, because you're looking, and then they blast it. This bait's a lot of fun to throw, let me tell you. And you can cover a little bit of water with it. But what's cool is these are kind of bonus fish, what I call bonus fish, because when you're trying to look, you know, and find what you want to fish, these fish that are up shallow, these are kind of bonus fish, which makes it a lot of fun. Hey folks, for my tip of the week, one thing very important about fishing clear water is what you wear. It's very important that if you go out, you wear like a gray shirt or a blue shirt. Try to match what you're looking up. I'm wearing gray today. We got a little bit of a cloud hazy cover, but a lot of times if you wear blue, don't wear the bright colors like say red or orange or something like that. Of course, I have some orange in here because we have to, but if I could get away with it, it'd be just a plain blue, plain gray shirt, something that kind of matches what they're looking up at, because if you're wearing bright colors, they see you coming. And I'll tell you what, it'll hurt you in this clear water, especially from a distance. They can honestly see you from quite a distance off. So, you know, to be more stealthy, you want to wear those kind of colors. Blue and gray, I prefer when I'm up sight fishing or fishing in clear water and I'm fishing, you know, shallow. So that'll help you. It's a great tip of the week. Oh, I got him. swam out with it. I'm like, I know I just got bit right there. Come here. I'm like, I didn't see my bait, but he tore it off. You're good, son, you're good. That twitch fish, you just throw it up in there in the shallows when you're, even when you can't see very well, you'll catch those fish. Just let him go. It's a great little 1-2 punch, man, when you're out here and just trying to look around, but man, you cannot beat the little soft jerk baits, man. They really get them, they really do. I got her. I got that fish. Put a little swim bait on that thing. I can't stand it. Come on, baby. What a day we have had on Lake Pleasant, let me tell you. Come here. And I mean, she went up there and took it. Might be just a big male. There was 2 fish there. Maybe she's already spawned out, I don't know. Let's take a peek here once I get this out. Boy, you throw a few things in there sometimes. And I was trying to get this one sitting outside the nest interested in what I had to throw, and she went after everything. Man, what a blast we've had today. Throwing a little bit of everything. That twitch fish is just unbelievable. I had a blast with that today. We started with throwing some soft jerk baits and just had an absolute blast with them today. This little dude will help you find some fish. It just helped us find that. What happens is a lot of times those fish will come out, look at the bait, even if they don't bite it, and you kind of know where they're at that point. You can go back over there and do what we just did, catch a few of those fish. But I'll tell you what, grab yourself some of these. This one's small enough, you gotta throw it on a 3/0 wide gap hook. I'm using just a 10-pound fluorocarbon leader with a 20-pound smackdown, cigar smackdown braid. And I'll tell you what, you'll catch a lot of fish with that. And the cool thing about the braid is you can get really long casts with this. You can throw it on regular, if you're gonna just throw it on a spinning outfit, go to 8-pound. 10-pound would be kind of stiff for you. Throw that 8-pound if you're gonna throw straight fluorocarbon line. You can do that as well. Had a great time on the show here at Lake Pleasant. Get out and catch you some fish. It's springtime. Tell you what, top water is just right around the corner. We're gonna have a lot of fun with that this year too. But thanks for joining us on the show. We'll see you next week. I'm Johnny Johnson. Now, see, that's what I'm talking about, folks.